Hello, welcome to my channel, Renzo here. Okay, I'm gonna paint new portrait. I found this beautiful image in Pinterest. Okay, I love this contrast between the light and the shadow. Let's see what we can get. Hello, by Prodip. Hello, Ruby. Hello, Shane. Welcome to the channel. Okay, I'm gonna mention the colors first. Titanium white, cadmium yellow, cadmium orange, cadmium red, permanent alizarin crimson, cobalt blue, and ivory black. I always use synthetic brushes. I have this angular filbert. I have more of this one here. And round brushes and flat brushes. Just depends what area of the face I'm working on. Okay, I'm gonna sketch a little bit first. I'm gonna mix blue and orange. A touch of red. As you can see, this is just brown, and I'm gonna sketch. Let me see my space for mixing the colors here. I can place the whole head here. I think that could be okay. Yeah, the whole head here. Top of the head around here. The hairline and the chin is around here. Every time that I draw, I always pay attention to the proportions. Okay, and I use just a simple Canon, which I mention every time on my videos is this. Okay, I measure from the eyebrows to the nose and from the nose to the chin. This and this are equal distance. Okay, now the next thing that I do, I split this in 3 portions, and usually the eyes are on top of this line. Now obviously these proportions are not 100% perfect. From here you gotta move the eyes, the nose a little bit up, a little bit lower. Okay, hello Sharon, hello Dionisio. Okay, let's continue. Now for the mouth, I split from the nose to the chin in half. And on top of this line I sit the mouth, okay? Let's see the overall shape. Now you can see something here that obviously we all see that this is kind of a curve, but it's easy just to make a diagonal, okay? And then try to find the curves here. Okay. Let's see. Looks like she has a really short nose. Okay. And you see this eyebrows a little bit up, and this one is pretty close to the eye. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what else? She has a pointy nose, thick lips, and what else? Okay, her face is wider here at this portion, okay, on the forehead, and get narrower as it goes to the chin, a little bit. Okay. Hello, Christine. Hello, swap near. Okay. Now, this sketch, obviously you can just trace the drawing, you can, you know, use a grid, anything you want. I love to always, but even if you decide to trace or to use a projector or anything, you gotta know these measurements, okay? Because there's not a guarantee that because you trace the drawing, that's gonna be the perfect. The oil paint is gonna move your drawing. Okay, now I'm gonna establish one thing, light and shadow. I'm gonna separate my palette here. This is the more important thing, okay? Light colors here and darker colors here. Now, when we don't have this, we're not aware of this and this separation of this, the values. We uh, don't see the shadows. If we don't see shadows, we don't see lights, and that's let's say that's a kind of mistake to light up the shadows too much. And when we wanna blend, sometimes even we even end up lighting up the shadows even more. And as a result, what we have is just we flatten the face. Remember that, but that usually happens even when you have really contrasty image that happens. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's mix here first the color for the light. We can start with mixing one value, let's say for the highlight, another value for this portion here, another value for here, and then start applying then as you know as you watch then on the photograph. Or you can just establish just one value here, just one flat value. Let's mix one color. I'm gonna do that, and then on top of that, obviously we're going to add more and more values, but just as the same way I simplify in drawing, I simplify in color too. Now I have orange here, a little bit of yellow. I need to knock down this color. You can choose blue or you can choose black. If you don't like to use black, use blue. That's okay. Using cover blue, you can use ultramarine blue. That's gonna be okay too. Okay. Let's see. Now, at the very beginning, obviously, we're trying to get close to the colors. Don't overthink this too much. If you paint this blue and it's orange, obviously, you got a mistake there. But, you know, the color is not perfectly the same, but obviously is, you know, it's an orangey color. And little by little, we're gonna get closer. I'm not using too much paint, obviously, because I'm gonna add more and more paint as soon as I'm being more secure about the colors, being sure about the colors, values, and all of that. Hello, Wafemi, I think. This is your first time on my stream. Oh, welcome to my channel, Oluwafemi. Okay, now this is the color. Let's say that this is wrong. It's not okay, but it's closer. Okay. Now, remember we're working on a lighter area. That means that we're not gonna use this color here on the darker area. We separate them. Okay, the colors that are gonna be here, we're not gonna apply them in this area. Obviously, there are some darker areas like the shadows on the eyes, but speaking about these areas where we see lighter colors. Okay, let's light up this color. You can choose here if you knock down the color more, or you just warm up the color more, or add more saturation. That would be adding more yellow, for example. In this case, we can see clearly that there is a lot of yellow. Let's see. I'm squinting down my eyes. I need to see clearly, light and shadows. Now we all know there are more colors in the face, some brownish areas, greenish areas. Don't worry that at the beginning. We basically just kind of blocking in the colors. And for me, for example, I have seen so many painters trying to work just on the forehead, moving to the eyes, and then moving to the nose. There is no right or wrong about this. It's just what you like. For example, for me, I prefer to see the whole face. In that way, I can judge values and colors. If I start working in this area, that maybe this area is gonna be lighter than this, or I just I have more control, just blocking completely the colors. Okay, I have these two values here, two values here. Yeah, I'm gonna paint the shadow. I'm gonna paint the sweater, hair, but everything. My first layer, I kill the canvas. Everything. I gotta paint everything. Hello, Joel. Okay, let's pick up all the brush. Now, when we speak about color, in this case, we can see clearly color contrast, temperature contrast. The light is warm. Okay. Now remember something. When the light is warm, okay, we have in the shadow a combination between a cool and a warm color. Why? Because light bounces back. The light is coming from here. It hits anything here and bounces back here. Okay, now we have a cool color here and we need to squeeze this warmer color, okay, and the shadow. Now, if we have, let's say, another light from here, bluish light, that's gonna change completely this color. And then basically we're killing the reflected light. And I think that's happening here. A little bit of that is happening here, okay? Or even we can just do it that on purpose. Now we know, remember, light, warm light, okay, cool shadow, and warm reflected light. Now we can kill this just if we add an artificial light, any color, red, purple, blue, or we can just skip on that and exaggerate the contrast a little bit. We can do that too. Okay, now let's mix some violet, mixing cobalt blue, alizarin crimson, and white. Let's see, is that too intense? Okay. Don't worry in the first stage, okay? So many times I've been told, hey, my color is not okay. It doesn't look like the color. But it's just the beginning. No. Have light and shadow. I'm gonna paint a little bit of the hair. And add a little bit of linseed oil. Oh, I need a little bit of this purple for the ear. Now, you can see here a little bit of a bluish color too, and orangey color here. Okay, what about the background? Let me do something first. I need to see this. It looks like just black. Yeah. I need to turn off one of my lights to see the photograph because I have a lot of lights here, and you know I'm working from. I have the picture on my monitor, and obviously with a lot of light, my monitor is kind of opaque. Okay, now I'm going to use a bigger brush for the background. Okay, let's paint the background. Mixing just here more black, a little bit of linseed oil, and let's add black. Hello, up and coming artists. Thank you. Okay, let's put more black here. Remember, if you don't like black, just mix your own black. Good formula is ultramarine blue and raw amber. Okay, black. Little bit of linseed oil. Okay, a little bit of blue here and white, a little bit of glitter and crimson. Let's paint here. I need to light up this a little bit. Somebody has any question about anything, you know, about materials, about painting, about anything, just let me know. Okay, let's paint this area again. I'm gonna use just pure orange. Okay, let's see. Okay, now I have all the canvas covered. I gotta step back, squint down my eyes. Okay. I'm just squinting down my eyes. You know, I don't have too much right now on my canvas about the features. Basically, I'm squinting down my eyes to compare shapes because that's what I see when, you know. What I do remember when I squint down my eyes, I'm trying to see something like that. Pretty dark. You compare those shapes. Okay. Hello, exploring history. Ruby saying, I eagerly wait for Friday for critic session. Oh, that's pretty good, Ruby. Okay, now I'm gonna think about drawing. My first approach was the proportions. Remember, measurements. Uh, Obviously, there are more like the eyes have to be aligned to a horizontal axis. Okay, the center line. We gotta be careful about the center line. The center line is gonna keep the position of the mouth and nose. Okay, and what else? Alignments. Okay, or alignments. I mean, for example, if you check out any Andrew Loomis book, not any. I mean, there's especially one. It's called "How to Draw the Head and Hands." I think you can find some drawings and you can see some where you can find the proportions and all of that. For example, you're gonna see that one side of the nose is aligned with the tear duct. Okay, but that change, depending on the nose, and the corner of the mouth is aligned with the inner portion of the iris. Usually, okay? Usually remember that change from person to person. But we need a structure. And this way we can move on. I mean, if we have a solid structure, then we can move things a little bit. It's better to start like that and just not uh, kind of trying to guess where is the position of the eyes, nose. Okay. Okay, let me see. Now I'm gonna pick up a little bit of red here. If I made red and orange here, and basically I'm creating an orange, a dark orange. Sorry, an orange, a dark orange. That's brown. A brown. Now let's draw again. The eyes are aligned. Okay. Nose and chin. Keep those measurements. Okay. Why? Because I have seen so many times, that we forget about that, and then we end up with a longer nose or really longer mandible. Okay, now between the eyes there is a distance of one eye. Double check that on the photograph. It could be more, it could be less. And now if you know that maybe right now you're getting close to copy the likeness, but you're still not good about copying the likeness, I got strongly suggest stay as stay with those measurements. Stay with the proportion with the Canon as much as possible. Now this is like using a pencil and just drawing, linear drawing. see the ear, top. Okay. Now let's continue. Now, I still don't have too many details, but I'm trying to get in close with the position of the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Okay. Now I'm gonna continue working on values. I'm gonna add more light here, more light, and, and try to get a little bit more closer to the color. Yeah. Because now I can compare with the photograph and I can tell that if I'm close or if something is wrong, or for example, I see a mistake here. I see a mistake on the width of the face in this area. About color, I think I'm closer, but I can see that the light on my painting is kind of opaque. It looks like the light on the photograph is a little bit yellowish. That makes it warmer and more colorful. Okay, what else? Oh, I'm missing a shadow on the lower eyelid. Just 1 second, just 1 second. Here. I squinted down my eyes and I saw that. I saw something different in that area. Okay, let's closer to the light. That means I'm gonna add more yellow here and white. Let's see. Yeah, I like it. Okay, I like it. I think this color is closer to the light on the photograph. A little bit of orange. Okay, a little bit of orange here. Light on the hair. Okay, now I'm gonna blend that a little bit. Okay, let's see. Hello, Jacob. I think he's hello. Somebody from Russia. But sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Hello, Elaine from UK. And okay. I'm thinking. Okay, I'm gonna smooth a little bit. I'm not using too much paint, but it's enough for me for blending. I'm saying that because sometimes I have seen some people just thinking that I almost use no paint, like just a little bit. If you use just a little bit of paint, almost nothing, you're gonna see that's gonna be difficult to blend because what we blend is paint. It's not that we blend the paint on just by kind of pressing the paint with the against the canvas. It's just not the same painting as blending. All the colors are blending between them. Okay. Okay, I need to step back. Yep, yep, I like it, I think. Uh, One thing that I said was about this eyebrow. You see it's closer to the eye. Look at the photograph, and this eyebrow is up. And I think I exaggerate that too much. You know, when we copy something, we try to we end up exaggerating a little bit what we copy, and I did it too much. Okay, that's one mistake. Okay, and yeah, I gotta move the eye a little bit closer to the nose. This eye. What else? I'm pointing out my own mistakes. You know that you gotta just stop, compare, and see what's wrong. It's just like having a conversation with yourself about the things that you gotta fix. Let's say that the conversation you have with your inner teacher. You know, the ones who tells you, hey, check out proportions, check out measurements. You know, it's been like an hour, you haven't checked out the measurements from the brows to the nose to the chin, and maybe you have lost those proportions. Okay, I'm gonna paint the mouth. A little bit of red, white with this color. That was the first color that I added to the face. And for example, if here everything is too dark and you have the problem, don't doubt about just picking up a little bit of paper towel and clean it, okay? And even you can pick up a palette knife and just do the same. It's okay. Obviously, it's just the beginning. Obviously, later in the process, I'm gonna be more careful. Okay. Now, there is always some reddish areas on the face, remember? It's always the same reddish areas on the face. Nose, cheeks. Now, in this case, because of the light is pretty warm, we don't see those reddish areas so clear. But those reddish areas are still there. Here, for example, it's more reddish, the upper and lower eyelid. Nose. In this case, obviously, it's less visible, but we know that there is some red. Okay, and now even that you don't see it, when you know it, you gotta just follow what you know. Because remember that we're not able to see everything. That's why knowledge about things on the face, anatomy, and all of that is pretty good when we paint. It's just like when we paint the white of the eye. Everybody knows that the white of the eye is white, and we go and paint it white. Okay, that's kind of the knowledge that we have about the white of the eye. It's blocking our view. And every time that I say somebody, hey, look at that, that's white for it? No, that's not white. But we know it's white. And it's like just knowing that's white, just knowing that this is white is just like erase, or like we go blind about that. We don't see anything more. Just go and put it white, and that's pretty good. Gotta kind of create muscle memories like that around the face to use that in so many areas of the face. Okay. Hello, Grayson Engliman. Thank you. Hello, La Rana. Hello, Terry Morris. Okay, let's see. Stepping back. Mm, I'm gonna blend a little bit more. A little by little, putting more and more paint, okay? Yeah, okay. Let's continue mixing here. There was orange, a touch of red, white, and blue. I have this line to try to separate lighter colors from darker colors. And if you have a bigger palette, I would suggest you to separate not just light and darker colors. I mean, warm and cool colors too. You can have like 4 rows, of colors where you have lighter and cooler colors. I remember there was a teacher of the School of Art, my time, that he was, I mean, every time that I get into his, let's say, classroom, you can go all over the students' palettes, and all of them has some pretty tight order about temperature, light. It was about cool colors, neutral colors, what we can call mighty colors, or you know, neutral colors, and uh, warm colors, and at the same time lighter and darker colors. That was pretty nice. I remember that, and when I was a student, the School of Art, let's say that you choose your classroom, you choose the teacher, and let's imagine that there are 100 students and there are just 4 classrooms. Same year, you know, same subject, portrait, for example, portraits, and obviously, since you choose, you go and a lot of people choose one classroom with one specific teacher, and then that usually is full in just in the first like 10 minutes, and then people go and go to the next classroom with the next teacher, and just like that, and then it's full the other one, and then they go to the other one, and well, that was the way that how we choose the classroom, just by choosing the teachers. I always wanted to get at least 1 year with this teacher because he was pretty neat, with color theory. I couldn't get it. I was young, I was lazy. Never get into like get there the first day to get into the to his classroom. And for example, some some students just admire a teacher for let's say this teacher was good for drawing, and the other teacher was good with color. You know, I remember one of my teachers was Teresa. I don't remember what's her last name. I don't remember. She was pretty good on drawing, and even without even drawing in front of you, you feel like she could make it just like I don't know. There are some people that has the ability to just to make you see things just with words. and she had that ability. Ruby is saying, which color brand are you using? I'm using Winton. I usually use Winton. Okay. Is it important to create many layers so we can first draw and then paint with one layer? Yeah, yeah. It's just like when we paint Alla Prima, it's like everything is just one layer, let's say, because the painting got mixed here. But usually I mention, hey, this is my first layer, and then I go a second layer on top of that to try to establish an order. Uh, but sometimes I even start just, let's say, right away without checking out uh, just, let's say, the stages between layers. Yep. But it's okay, we have so many freedom once we kind of starting to master, color, contrast, and all of that. We have some freedom to change the order. Hello, Manuel. Hello, Sharon. Okay. Okay, still thinking that I need more yellow here. Let's see. Let's work a little bit here. Okay. First, I squint down my eyes and I can see the reflected light here, a little bit of light here, shadow here. As you can see, I'm gonna go over that. Okay, for example, you can see how the shadow goes like this, and the mouth, and then here, and then here. Okay. Now it's easier to see that when we squint down our eyes. Now I'm squinting down my eyes again. Or even if you have, let's say, a darker version of the photograph, that would be better too. For example, another thing I can see about lights, light here, here. Okay, at the same time, I gotta say that we kind of should know where are the lights. They usually are the same spots. Look at the light here because of the cheekbone, light here too. Look at light here because the mouth, it looks like a tuna can. It has the same tuna can shape. Light here. Yeah, we're gonna have light here. Okay. What about the chin? Yeah, the chin has like a spherical, form, light there. And what about here? The same. You have light here. There is light here too, but this kind of a reflected light on shadow. Now I'm gonna clean the brush to blend. One thing that I always recommend, try to keep an order on your palette. That's gonna help you to have an order on the painting. I think for any subject, but especially for portraits. Portraits are more difficult. We need to find some way to, let's say, to have some kind of formula or recipe that could help us to on the process. Okay, remember things about anatomy. For example, there is a bump here. Show it because of the muscles. Light here because of the cheekbone. Light here because of fat tissue. Okay, and more and more. Okay, I'm gonna move face eye. It looks like she's looking to that side. Okay, I'm gonna move it to the left. Okay, that's better. Okay, what about this dark area in the upper eyelid? We can just make it more reddish. A dark red on the shadows is gonna create some transparency. Okay, if you paint this with a dark brown, it's gonna look opaque. You can even exaggerate the red a lot. And it's a dark red, obviously. Okay, need to step back again. Okay, yeah, that's okay. I'm missing something here. I need to add a shadow here. Oops. I need to add a shadow here. Yeah. And here too. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna check out again. Let's see. I was working on the shadow and I moved to the light. This eye just caught my attention. I love to kind of stay on the area that I'm working. Like shadow, shadow, light, light. But this eye that was looking to the right was kind of just, yes, it was, this kind of, it was growing on me, this idea about just retouching that. Okay. Squinting down my eyes, I gotta fix something here. You see the width of the nose in that area? Yeah, that's not okay. That's one thing to fix. Yeah, yeah. What else? Okay, the shadow here from the brow. the eyebrow, sorry, the eyebrow goes to the edge of the face. Yeah, and I need to narrow this. Darker here again to the edge of the face. A shadow on the lower eyelid. And yeah, I gotta move this. I gotta move the shadow. Narrow the nose in that area. Okay, you see how we fix things in the process. We move things a little bit up, a little bit lower, and we compare. Compare all the time. I'm comparing with the photograph. Okay, I think that's better. I gotta do that here, I think. Let me see. Okay, I want to work on the shadow here on the face. Adding more paint. More red. Okay, adding a little bit of red here. Remember, we have more red on the cheeks. A little bit of red here. Shadow on the nose. Red on the upper and lower eyelid. Okay, let's see, this shadow is orangey. It goes like this. Yeah, the same shadow goes here too. A little bit of pink. Okay, step back again. Yeah, I like it. Now, see something, every time that I add highlights and I just blend the highlights, you know, they kind of disappear. Okay. Oh, hello, Case. We're stop. Hello, Marianne. Sorry, guys, I'm eating some cookies. Thumbnail is saying, please try same painting acrylics and oils. Yeah, I'm forgetting to paint acrylics. I was thinking about that. It's time to paint acrylics. Same painting. Oh, I don't know. Could be kind of boring, same painting. Maybe I'll try to find some similar, you know, something similar. Okay, I'm gonna paint for a little bit. And I'm not gonna speak. I mean, obviously I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna speak for a little bit while I'm just eating just a couple of cookies, just for a few minutes. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let's see this here. Oh my god, I'm gonna eat more cookies. That's why I'm fat. Sorry. I love this. I want to see if I can get some dilution of the thickness of this sweater. Okay. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna add a different yellow, I think, to make those highlights even brighter. I'm blending. I'm using a brush number 0. Look at the hair. Okay. Hello. Okay. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. But hello, they're saying from Bulgaria. Bulgaria? Bulgaria. One of the difficult things that's gonna be particular about this portrait, that's gonna be usually when we have intense light and then it goes to a darker shadow. For example, I see here in this area, that shadow that looks kind of purple. Okay, here and next to the shadow, I don't know if you can see it. If you zoom in the photograph, you're gonna see a little bit of orange, just close to that. Zoom in you know there's a link to the photograph on the description box. And at the same time, if somebody wants to support the channel, there is a link to materials that you can buy on Amazon. And if you buy from Amazon, I can from the links, I'm gonna get a commission. this orangey thing that's usually pretty common every time that we see a intense light and it goes, to the shadow. Just there in the middle, there is a little bit of a saturation, and usually it's orangey. Orangey color. Okay, let's paint a little bit of light. Sorry, the light on the eyes. The iris here. When the light is coming from the right or left, the light and the iris is in the opposite direction. This way, the light is coming from here, the light on the iris is on the left side. Imagine that you split the iris in half, okay, and just paint the lower portion, the lower half. Let me add a highlight here. Okay, another highlight here. Yep. What about the other eye? I don't see anything on the other eye. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna work a little bit here anyway. Let's put some attention to this eye. One thing that we gotta, our goal when we work on the lids, on the upper eyelid especially, is to represent the thickness on the upper eyelid. Okay, you gotta represent the thickness here. The skin is thick there, and try to have a soft edge here on the eyelashes and the upper eyelid. When we have a really sharp edge there, we kind of make it flat. We make the upper eyelid flat. I think that's the more difficult part. The more difficult thing to do here is to get that thickness and at the same time feel that roundness. And it's the same for this portion here. You see the bump, obviously it's just the bone, okay? We are creating the illusion that this is kind of swollen. Even we can exaggerate even that. Okay, let's step back. Like it. Soften this. Okay. Oh, hello Marilu. For the people that know me, that Marilu Sanchez, you see in the comment box the name Marilu Sanchez. That's my wife. She has a YouTube channel too. She paints landscapes. It's in Spanish. Okay, but for the people that speak Spanish, I'm gonna leave you the link to her channel. Okay. Just a second. Just a second. Let me see. What's the link? Okay. Okay. Here's the link. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. No, obviously that's this the process of. Can you see that this go back again, back and forth, again and again and again, darkening up, shadows, lighting up another shadows, until you get to the point that you got the right value for the shadows, the right value for the lights. I have this brush, it's pretty good. I have a set. I need to look for more brushes. This brush number 0. Oh my god, I don't have them. Mm, some highlights here. Okay, let's move to the nose again. You can see on the photograph there is a lot of red on the nostril. The hole here on the nose. One thing, sometimes we don't see that red. Okay. Now my advice that would be just add a little bit of red that area, even when you don't see it, because there is some pink. Remember, some reddish color on the nose. Sometimes we just don't see those colors. But trust me, those colors are there. We're not able to see all the colors. I think there is a limit. I don't remember. I saw something about that somewhere. Somebody knows? I think it's just 1,000 colors, or maybe less. I think 100 colors. values variations is like there is a number, you know. It's like when I saw a TV, you know, that it says like 1 million colors, and I said, who cares? I'm not able to see 1 million colors. Okay, I'm gonna use a different yellow. I have yellow chrome, or you can use yellow lemon. A little bit, okay. This is more intense. I'll use it for the highlights, or even you can use some kind of green for the highlights too. For example, I have a little bit of chrome green, which is pretty intense. You can use it for the highlights too. The create contrast. That works. Not always. It's not the same case for every painting. Okay. Hello, Ernest Stevenson. Thank you. Hello, Mohammed. Okay. Let's check out the time. Let's check out the time. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Yeah, because you know I'm working just half of the face. I mix white with chrome yellow, and this is gonna as soon as you use this, you see that the highlights are gonna be more intense. Maybe you don't notice this in my painting, but I'm just telling you on your own painting. Okay, you're gonna notice a difference between the yellow, the cadmium yellow, and this chrome yellow. A little bit of green. We have some green here. This portion of the skin. Okay. We have more green here. And green here too. Okay. I'm gonna fix here the nostril in this area. It's kind of twisted. I like this photograph. I'll try to find from more like this with this kind of lighting, this kind of contrast. Okay, let's work a little bit on the eye of the shadow. I'm not gonna paint too many details here because I don't see too many details. I'm seeing some eyelashes, orangey eyelashes. Here, I think. Okay. Mixing alizarin crimson and cadmium red, and with this color I paint the line in the middle of the mouth. Don't paint this with a dark brown, or that's just gonna look, the mouth is gonna look kind of opaque. Okay, I need to step back, and I'm gonna squint down my eyes again. And what I'm gonna do here is just turn off the light. Okay, yeah, pretty good. I can tell that I need more highlights. I need to make this darker, and I feel something about the thickness of this. I think that's okay to keep that stroke, those brush strokes. Okay, let's continue. Remember, if you have any question, just let me know. Hello, Thija, Gary, Jen. Sorry, no. Hello, Mamoon. Sorry that I'm mispronouncing the names. Okay, a little bit of camel red and white. Okay, and clean the brush. Usually I love to use so many brushes, but just using this one, I love this one. I just clean this one again and again, using that again and again. Clean it again. And I'm moving to darker color and lighter color. Okay, now let's pick up this and let's add a highlight here. A highlight here. blend. Hello, Nikki. Okay. Adding a little bit of bluish color. I mean, more bluish than this color. Okay. Remember, there is a bump here, and here we can see a bump too. That's kind of the same level of the lower lip in this area. Okay, I need a darker purple. I need purple. Okay, I think this is gonna be okay. Okay, now I need light blue. Oh, no, not light blue, just blue. I'm gonna paint the ear. Okay, let me see. Okay, that's okay. Okay, this is the back. Uh, hmm. uh, Ruby's asking me how how to paint jewelry and any brush suggestion. Any brush? Wow, yeah. Kind of difficult to explain. Like, I mean, maybe I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna choose some images that where I can paint some, you know, some metal, gold or silver. Uh, has a comment: light needs darkness. Yeah, that's right. So, Nikki said, today you're reaching people from all over the world. Art is very much a universal language. Yeah, you're right, Nikki. Okay, I need a smaller brush. I'm cleaning some brushes here. Yeah, need to clean. Need to soften here. Okay, let's paint the background again. Just black. I'm gonna add a little bit of cadmium, a listen crimson, okay. Okay. Let's paint the hair. Add this brown first, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of blue. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of orange. Look at the touch of orange. Pretty nice. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna try to keep it. Since I noticed that here is darker, I'm gonna try to keep this, that orange touch. I think that's too bluish. Let me see, I need to step back. Yeah, but you know what? I like it, but let's see. I'm gonna blend, and then I'll be back here to put more paint. You know, I think it's too bluish. But let's see. Maybe I can add something just to create some balance there. Something like maybe red. A little bit of red there to create contrast. No, that's too much. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this color with this brush that I'm blending, and I'm gonna blend. And at the same time, I'm gonna change the color a little bit. Okay, that's better. Okay. I need a little bit of this blue here. It would be pretty nice to have this contrast between this and this. Oh, here's darker. What about if I add some color on the shadow, like for example a little bit of red here. Yeah, some touches. I'm looking down that. I like it. I'm gonna keep it, but I'm gonna knock it down a little bit, that reddish color. Oh. Yeah. Okay, okay. I'm thinking, squinting down my eyes and thinking. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna kill this edge here. Okay. Yeah. I need more yellow here. I need the highlights again. I mean that you gotta be prepared. Every time that we blend, we try to blend. We sacrifice the highlights, and we have to put them back again, like so many times. Unless you lay down a brush stroke and you leave it there. Okay. In this case, it's gonna stay there. But since I wanted to soften everything, I want to smooth out everything. Then obviously I sacrifice the highlights and I put it again. Obviously, if I put more paint, thicker paint, that'll be faster. But I prefer gold just little by little. Okay. I don't wanna just put a lot of light color and then just trying to darken up the color again. I prefer just little by little, lighting up and darkening up colors. And so many times I use my brush for blending to, for example, pick up some color and at the same time that I'm blending and adding some light. Okay, it's not that much. It's not for making a lot of changes. Just well, softening just for subtle changes. A little bit of pink. All the colors that you can see there. I see a little bit of pink. Again. Sorry. I need a brush for blending. New brush. I couldn't find a brush that's pretty good for blending. I used to use it a lot. I used to have like 3 or 4 of them. Anyway, I'll use this one. I blend, clean the brush. Hello, Daz. brush. Clean the brush again. See a little bit of a shadow getting there. Remember, always softening edges. We have to soften always all the edges. Okay, I'm going to add the lights on the hair. Thank you so much, Nikki. She's saying, I love her portrait, such an exquisite painting and capture of her mood. Thank you. I'm just using cadmium yellow. Obviously, I add a pure yellow, but I'm mixing the color here. Now, with a little bit of white. The link on the description box, there are so many links to Amazon, to my website, where you can find some of the paintings that I have painted here in my YouTube channel for sale. Okay. Just thinking. Okay. Exploring history. Punjab is saying it's great experience just to watch you and see the birth of a portrait. You're helping lots of people to find some good touch with a confidence. Thank you for your comment. Yeah, I hope so. That feels really good, inspiring people to paint. I need to paint the eyebrow. The paintings on my website I has a different price that when I sell the paintings here in the live stream. Live stream is a little bit cheaper. I'm trying to simulate some tiny little hairs. Okay, let me step back. Hello, Jonas. Hello, Marina. Nikki saying, remember I didn't get one of the paintings. Oh, yeah. I'm about to go to the mayor. Yeah, I gotta send paintings to Monique, to you, and it looks like a couple of more paintings. Yeah, I gotta go. Uh, $65 to get your appreciation package remailed. Oh wow, you paid an extra 65 to get. Oh, remailed. Oh, to send me the package again. Okay. Could we be squared up if I was to get this painting now in replacement? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me think. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Why not? Yeah. Hi, Joel. I would need another address where you can be sure to get it. Yeah. Of course, Nikki. I'm gonna send you my new address. Okay, where it's always somebody there. Yeah. Thank you so much, Nikki. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's continue. see, what time is it? Almost 2 hours. I'm gonna paint maybe for 30 more minutes, and I'm gonna see if I can put more and more details. Let me see the color of the eye. A little bit greenish. Some highlights here. I just dab in the brush, just like touching the canvas to create that highlights with some kind of effect of the, what's the name? The pores, I think, the skin pores. A little bit orangey here. More. Okay, I think I have to make the upper lip a little bit thicker. I mean, it's yeah. I was checking out the likeness, trying to get, but sometimes it's not necessary just to get to that point. It's gonna be always. I mean, the likeness is important. Okay, definitely. But in terms of the painting, the illusion of depth, three-dimensionality, it's better to pay a lot of attention to values and try, remember, as much as possible to keep the palette separated. Okay, light colors, darker colors. I kind of have this space for, let's say, midtones. Yeah. Uh, Hello, Fatima. Thank you. Nikki saying, if you already found the other painting, I have it ready to mail. I will need to pay you some more than the extra 65 for this one. No, 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 Nikki, don't worry. You don't have. Okay. Email what I should do. What I should do. I'm thinking 100 more. No, 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 don't worry. I mean, okay, let me think. No, that's a good with numbers. Yeah, but you have paid already, okay, 60, and you're gonna pay 60 more, like, to send me the package, you know? 65, I think you don't need to pay anything more. Yeah. You're gonna pay twice. You're gonna pay like $140, $130. Yeah. Don't pay more, Nikki. Don't pay more. Don't worry. I'm gonna send you the painting that you already bought. I'm gonna send you this painting. Okay, and we're gonna be even. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, let's see if I can make this here. Okay, this is gonna be kind of difficult, but let's try it. Uh, I love this kind of texture, but I'm thinking like, should I spend time here doing this or not? I mean, we always gotta think always about the face. And I know for sure that I always end up finding some little things to fix when I'm working on the face. Okay, but let's say that I'm just going to take my eyes apart from the portrait, like resting my eyes while I paint this, okay? Let's see. A little bit more light. Just some touches here. This, the back. Okay, Nikki saying, okay, thank you, but if you found the one I bought and I wanted this one too, I want to give you 100, you deserve it. Please take your family out to dine. Oh, that would be pretty nice of you, Nikki. Thank you so much. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Jonas is asking me, what do artists do when they get too attached to a painting and still want to sell it? And that happened to you? Yeah. Sometimes that happened to me. Yes, I think so many times. Yeah, and the thing is, it's something that maybe it's because the formation that you know, and because I know this is my work, and it's kind of imagine something that uh, okay, let me put it this way. We as students with my friends, we used to celebrate when somebody sold a painting. Okay, we used to do that. It kind of became a goal to sell paintings, and that was the goal. It's like, oh my God, this painting is so beautiful. Somebody said something like that. My painting is so beautiful. And the first thought is like, I'm gonna save it. It wasn't, I'm gonna save this for me. It was like, hey, I'm gonna sell this one. This one is gonna be easy to sell. You have that, then I think you got the idea about it was our goal. And when I shared at art studio with some of my friends, there were like 8 of us in the house. When somebody used to sell the painting, they used to pay the dinner for everybody, and it was kind of celebration. And when you have that in mind and you get used to that, it's kind of when you sell the painting, you feel like, hey, somebody just loved the painting as much as I do. Yeah? And you're pretty happy. You're pretty happy that that happens. That means that there is an appreciation that it's not you that you're thinking that my painting is pretty good. When somebody just say, hey, I want to buy it. Yeah. But that's, maybe let's say that it wasn't like that. Let's say it wasn't like that for me as an art student. Maybe I would love to just to keep all the paintings with me, you know. Yeah. Yeah. And it was like that for all of my friends. Mm. But at the same time, I have visited a lot of my friends, my art studios friends, and you can find there some paintings that they say, hey, I don't sell this one, I'm not gonna sell this one for no matter how much money I can get it from that painting. I love this one. This one is for me. You know, I have seen some of my friends saying that, and at the same time, I gotta say that I have seen some of my friends just trying to sell anything when they don't have any money. And that moment, they don't think about, hey, I wanna keep this painting because it's pretty beautiful. Nothing. Everything is for sale, and that happens. I mean, sadly, that happens so often because it's a work. Since imagine that's a work, and then you gotta pay things. You gotta pay the light, you gotta pay electricity, phone, cell phones, a lot of things, and yeah, it's just like that. At that moment, you know, everything is for sale, and selling paintings is not easy. And here in my country, in Peru, you know, uh, Peru is in South America. We're not a rich country, and we've been having a lot of political problems and economic problems. And when the economy is not okay, nobody think about buying art. Maybe that's the last thing that somebody's gonna think. But we're lucky enough that there are a lot of people at the same time that loved art. A lot of people love art. Those are the people that used to buy art. Yeah. Anyway, it's pretty amazing that as a painter, uh, I'm lucky to make a living from this, and all of my friends too. I mean, some of my friends that I know, and at the same time, a lot of my friends they have just changed. They are just doing something else, and just they paint like weekends just to because they love to paint. You know, this thing about painting is not something that you say, "Hey, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna study something more." No, it's a passion. It's just like it's there. It's gonna stay there with you your whole life. It doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter if we even change and do something completely different. It's gonna be there. Okay, this. Okay. Nikki, we mail the package as soon as I get your better address. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, Nikki. Hello, Miriam. Miriam is in Facebook. Oh, Miriam, yeah, I got your letter. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. I remember that oh, every time that I speak about my friends, I remember, at the very beginning when we started to paint in this art studio, uh, everybody was so happy. We used to spend like the whole day there, just painting, eating there. Uh, and when somebody sells a painting, it was like, "Hey, I saw a painting. Let's go to eat, or let's buy some, fried chicken. Let's eat here." Everybody was so happy, Yay, free meal for everybody. And then as soon as we started to get older, it's like you know that one of my friends he had a child. The other one he got married, and then when they sold the painting, they just disappeared. They didn't say anything. And we understood, the reason. They needed the money. I mean, he didn't. He. But anyway, we didn't just skip on them. As soon as we see them again, we say, "Hey, you disappear, and we know that you sold the painting. Where is, you know, where is the mirror? We're hungry. We're starving." That is. That was pretty funny. Okay, I'll add more light here. Okay, I gotta go back to the face. Too much time there. Okay, let's paint the ear. Let's see the ear. Yeah, the ear's okay. Mm, I'm cleaning some brushes right now. Stepping back a little bit and squinting down my eyes. Yeah, I see something here that's not okay. Turn off the lights. Yep, I love that. Okay. Yeah, I gotta fix something here. And yeah, maybe I opened this eye too much and opened up the eye too much, and now this looks like I'm really, it has like both eyes has different expressions. I see a little bit of that on the photograph, but I think I exaggerated the expression of this eye a little bit more. No, I'm thinking out loud, okay? I'm not saying that I'm gonna correct all of those things. I just trying and go over obviously everything, and I just think. Sometimes I see something is not okay. I say, okay, who cares? I'm gonna just leave it like that. And sometimes I find something that's really bad, and I gotta fix it. Okay, I would love to add more light here. Oops, more light here. Yeah. What else? I'm knocking down. I'm gonna knocking down this. Now, what about here? Oh, more light here. You see, this kind of pretty skinny this area of the face. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Yeah, more light. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Okay. What else? What else? Oh, this. Mm, I think I'm gonna reduce here this. Okay. Okay. Now, what about the nose? Is more pointy? Kind of difficult there. I don't see this area here, but since there is a bump here, it has to be a bump here. And the light on the cheekbone or zygomatic bone, same light here, same light here, okay? Remember, this light is always goes like this to the tip of, the mouth. That creates the illusion that the mouth is just coming forward. Just this portion where I'm just putting the brush stroke right now. Don't paint all over to the edge of the mouth. Okay, here's the same a little bit. Here's the same a little bit. Okay, what else? What else? Maybe a reflected light here, just a little bit. So difficult to see those details, but maybe we can see a little bit of the ear. We should see a little bit of the ear, but I don't see it. Okay, I'm gonna add a glycerin crimson. I'm gonna put it on this shadow here. Now it works as a really dark, because it's dark. It's a really dark color. But at the same time, I'm adding shadow and adding color, because it's just fully saturated. Because that's the color, it's darker, but it's saturated. That kind of add color to this area. Every time that you add, even that is a darker color, a saturated color, that's gonna add more color to the paint. You can do that in tiny spots, like for example this blue and white. It's the same, okay? Some accents. Okay, it's the same that I did here when I added this red mixed red and orange, and I put it, this reddish touches, and I can do the same with blue on the shadows. Okay. Let's step back. Okay, Nikki saying I appreciate your work. Cheers for you to celebrate another sermon. Thank you so much. Yeah. That's interesting, Renzo. Yes, one way is also to take a picture of the painting as a memory of the painting one did. Yeah, you know, when I started to sell paintings, I was maybe in my 20s. At that time, I didn't have a camera, I didn't have a cell phone, uh, nothing. I have sold a lot of paintings without even taking a photograph, and by now, I'm pretty sure that I don't even remember my paintings. Those paintings, At some point, I started to kind of feel like, hey, this is not okay. And I got a camera. First, I remember pretty clear that I went to my dad. My dad, he had a camera. At that time, have a camera. It was like having something pretty precious because it was pretty expensive and 30 years ago, imagine. And I think he took one some picture for me. I don't remember that clear, but I'm pretty sure it was like that because I don't think some of my friends just had any camera at that time. No one, I think. I'm mixing red and orange. I painted the shadow here. What time is it? 2 hours and a half always. Yeah, I'm about to finish up. Checking out. I need to move the shadow a little bit up. And needed that. Yeah. Okay, I need something more. A little bit of light here. What else? What else? Darken up this eyebrow. What do you all think about expression? That's what I see, like I said, the eyebrow is close to the eye, maybe it's too close, and this one is up. Adding some orange with red, because the light is hitting the hair. Light up the shadow here. More highlights. Oh, and smelling some beef, roast beef. Time to eat. Okay, what else? What else? What else? What else skipping on? I'm not trying to skip on anything. Highlight here. Yep. Yeah, I think I'm just going to thank you, Pew Tooth. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna read the comments. Yeah. Question: do anyone do investment into your work of art? Uh, do anyone do investment into your work of art? Do you mean that somebody buy my paintings as investment? I don't know. I mean, there are so many crazy stories, about. I mean, there are so many artists, but there are a lot of crazy stories about some painters just hitting, the sky. No, I have read once, uh, like like famous painters like Van Gogh. How much people can pay for that Van Gogh painting, and he didn't sell any painting when he was alive. Obviously, that's different nowadays. We are just, I mean, there are so many painters, so many. How long does it take for you to finesse a painting like this size? Up and coming artist is asking me. Uh, uh, to finish up a painting that this size, I mean, it depends, how much detail I want. If I want to put more details, I would put maybe 2 extra hours. If I want more, even more, you know, it's just about putting more and more time. What is you notice, you will notice. I mean, I establish light and shadow, and then I move there. One, it looks kind of simple, but one common mistake when somebody's painting is just to light up the shadow, or sometimes darken up the light and putting kind of close in color and value. Okay, that usually happens. It's like we see shadows, but we don't like to paint shadows. I don't know why. I mean, that happened to me. I have seen so many people that have done the same when they start to paint. Yeah, and that eventually we fix those things because it's about practice. It's about just observation, you know. But if I want to paint like this, like I, uh, a photorealistic painting, definitely that would be like 50, 60 extra hours, maybe more. Yeah. How much are those priceless painting if I want to buy one? This one in YouTube is 160, 140 plus 20 for the shipping. I think I reduced the eye a little bit. Yeah, I have done something that is not okay here. Okay, I wish Renzo could have his own art gallery. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah. Now, like I said, for me, at this stage, I'm pretty happy with the painting. For a La Prima painting, I'm pretty happy. That takes me usually from 2 hours to 4 hours. Yeah. Obviously, if I'm thinking a different process, a process that where I want to add glazes and want to start with a grisaille or something like that, that would be different. That would be maybe 8 hours. Mhm. Hello, Tita. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of alizarin crimson and put it here, just there, and then I'm gonna soften this line here. Okay, I think I need to work a little bit more on the ear. And add more black here, just pure black. Black in alizarin crimson. I love the light here, but you know, I don't feel the thickness of this. But anyway, I like it. Maybe this line here, the shadow there is too straight. This one. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. A little bit of pink. A little bit of pink. Sorry. Okay. Mary, hello Mary, is saying there's a highlight on her left side that reads like a word from here. A word was, sorry, let me see what's a word. Okay.
Word.
Word. Okay. Let me fix it. Wait. And let me. Okay, we are here. Some area here or here. I don't see it. I don't see it. Tell me, Mary. Tell me again, please, because I don't see it. Okay. Oh, up and coming artist is asking me about measurements. 12 by 14 would be that long. Oh, no, this is like 8, 9 by 9, something like that. The eyelid. The eyelid. Oh, okay. Do you mean here? Here? Oh, here maybe? Yeah, it could be. It could be. Hmm. It's the highlight. Oh, then it's here, yeah? Yeah. I'm gonna soften that a little bit. Nikki saying, I love her. Words and all. Uh, uh, I try to, I try always to kind of create a spherical volume everywhere. And I know that sometimes, but because I'm trying to do that, I could exaggerate, and that's gonna end up maybe in something that is gonna look swollen, and maybe that's gonna be too much. Yeah, because that sometimes happens, when we try to get that roundness, the spherical form. I think that fixed the problem. Okay, 2 hours and a half. I think it's time to go. Yeah, I think it's time to go. I don't see anything more. I think obviously there are more things. Or there is always more things to work here and there, but I think I'm happy with what I have. Oh, one thing here. Usually there is a cast shadow from the upper eyelid on the white of the eye, and since it's pretty difficult to represent that here, what I do basically I soften, the eyelashes, the line that I paint here. I soften that line. A little bit of pink, a touch there. I was retouching this, but Mary, maybe you were seeing this area. I love it. I love this. Oh my god, I touched it by mistake. Oh, Mary, since you got it. Oh, thank you. You know that I always appreciate any opinion, any critique. After 2 hours, pretty sure I got to, so I have some mistakes that I'm not able to see then. Yeah. And sometimes that happens so many times, when somebody points a mistake on your work and you say, where? I don't see it. It's just because for real we don't see it. We need to take a rest. And then we see it. Oh, Mary saying my eye kept going to that spot. Eh, I'm gonna use a mirror to check out on that and fix it. Don't worry, Nikki. I'm gonna fix that. Nikki saying things, for instance, going out to buy some flowers and vegetables to plant. Oh, that sounds funny. That sounds fun. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Nikki, for buying this painting. Okay, thank you. Oh, hello, Emmanuel. Thank you so much. Uh, oh, yeah, I'm gonna sign it. Yeah, yeah. Left eye. Dita is telling me left eye is very far away. Okay, let me check out again. Oh, maybe, yeah. No, my God, I think you're right. No. Yeah. It's gonna be maybe about the tear duct. Yeah, I know that I didn't put too much work here because it's just kind of simple here. There is not too much information. Yeah, let's say that usually the tear duct is aligned with the one side of the nose. Okay, let's put it here. I know. What I noticed that this eye is a little bit closed, closed than the other one. I'm gonna leave it like that, I think. For the video, but I'm gonna check out that later. Yeah, for that I'm gonna need to just to take more time. I'm gonna take a photograph. I'm gonna reverse the photograph. I'm gonna use Photoshop to check out those things. Adding a little bit of light. I see some on the eyelashes. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much for everybody for being here, and see you Thursday. I'll try to pick up an image like this, and I want to paint with acrylics. It's been a while since I painted with acrylics. I would love to add a highlight here, but there's no highlights here. Everything is pretty dark. Okay, I gotta go. Exploring history is asking me who's the best painter. You need to choose between your mother and your wife. Yeah, that's too tricky. I don't want to get into problems here. I want to live. Nikki saying, Renzo, she's great. Pat yourself on your back and now you did great. Celebrate. Thank you so much, Nikki. Bye, Das. Bye, Mary. Bye, Dita. Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here. Take care, your. Your is saying me, Master, the shaded part, left side would need a bit of volume and a bit of light on the cheek under the eye. Let's do that before I go. Yeah, you're right, Joe. It needed that light. Yeah, thank you so much. Wow, I erased a highlight on. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. I kind of erased the light here. I don't know when. I'm softening the edge here of this cast shadow. And now realize that there is a reflected light here. I gotta go. I could stay here 2 more hours. I think that's enough. Okay, now I go. Bye, take care, your. Bye, for real. Bye, bye. Thank you so much for being here.